The sad fact is, slavery is alive and well. Sex trafficking is modern day slavery. We've got traffickers, pimps, gangsters, clients and businesses all playing their parts in making slavery a reality in the 21st century. Millions of human beings around the world, often women and children, are viewed and treated as property. What a disgrace. Women and girls are particularly vulnerable to the sex trafficking industry. Some are simply abducted, others are deceived by offers of legitimate employment in another part of the world. Sometimes children are actually sold into slavery by their poverty-stricken parents or relatives. Many of the poorest and most unstable countries have the highest incidences of trafficking, Extreme poverty is a common bond among trafficking victims. Organized crime is largely responsible for the spread of international human trafficking, and sex trafficking can easily and quickly proliferate where there is greed and corruption. Sex trafficking can be an extremely lucrative business, and sadly, sex slaves are viewed as valuable commodities on the black market. What ends up happening to the victims of sex trafficking? Well, they're often physically abused, raped, kept in a constant state of terror, forced to live in captivity. Victims can be psychologically tortured, deprived of food, warmth, and sleep. Victims are often told that members of their families will be hurt or killed if they try to escape or tell anyone about their situation. Some victims are actually drugged in order to prevent them from escaping. And of course, sex slaves are vulnerable to sexually transmitted diseases such as HIV. Well, governments as well as other groups are doing what they can, or at least some governments are doing what they can to combat sex trafficking, and anyone who can make a positive impact, of course, should. Slavery is reprehensible in any form. Any right-minded person simply has to be an abolitionist, surely. Slavery is a massive blot on the human conscience, a crime against humanity. One massive problem that needs to be addressed is the fact that in so many cultures, women and girls are devalued. They are regarded as being not worth much in many societies. And also, in many parts of the world, there is little or no stigma attached to purchasing sexual favors. Sex slavery is a growing practice throughout the world. More and more women and children are being forced into a life of degrading servitude. I don't think there's any easy way to stop this. No easy answers. But I do know that all countries and all peoples have to work together if we're to consign slavery to history. Anyway, have a nice day, folks. Peace.